Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Parker Amelia, and welcome back to the Healthy Habitat Podcast. I'm your host, and today we're joined by Isaac Young and Hayden Christner, and we're going to be talking about college life. You know, I'm at Thomas College. Hayden and Isaac are at CMCC, Central Maine Community College. They're two students there. We're really good friends. So we're just going to discuss our times, our travels, how it's been going. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. How are you guys doing?
How are we doing? Well, dude,
good.
at this very moment, we'd like to thank Park for bringing us out. We are currently filming at Thomas College right now.
Of course.
So this is great. We've had a great day and a half, probably a whole day here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been good.
Yep.
Met some good people.
It's been fun.
It's fun.
It's been really
It's
fun
nice.
so far.
A lot of fun people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot different. I mean, Isaac don't stay on campus.
Right.
So we're within driving range of our school. So we decide not to stay on campus. But you got your dorm set up and everything. You're just living here.
Living
I
life.
think that's a good setup.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys like the drive? I mean, like driving to campus every day?
100% it'd be better if we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Yep.
I
But
think that.
living at CM probably isn't the best situation either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we got one dorm building.
Yeah.
We got a few apartments,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got Mustang Hall,
Yep.
and it
Mustang
was.
Halls.
I mean, just dude on Center Street, and it's used to be a motel,
Right.
and they have it. I mean, it's cleaned up. I think
Yep.
I'm not saying anything bad about it,
Yeah.
100%. But
Mm-hmm.
it's there's not. I mean, there's a lot of kids that want to get in,
Yep.
but
Right.
just can't. So
I mean, it's a nice place to stay, but it's not on campus.
so
What's
I
the
mean,
point?
you're gonna have to make the drive. Even though it's 5-minute drive probably,
Right,
but
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I drive about 20 minutes to school every day,
So
or at
do
least
I.
the days that I go, and
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Yeah, so do I.
Mm-hmm. So that's doable. I mean, I would take that trip to the gym, going to gym every day. So it's
Right.
But again, you get the gym here on campus.
right when I was living at home. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
why, but
Yep.
yeah, gym at campus is crazy. It's so nice just to be able to walk on over there,
Yep.
hit a nice lift.
Yep.
Normally after that, I'll hit a run, just run around either campus or go on the road.
Just
come
kind of
back.
cruise around.
It's great. Yeah. What do you guys have for classes? How's your workload?
So for classes, I'm in a trade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing precision machining. So I got 2 days a week where I go in from 8 to 4:30, and it's just shop work throughout the day. They give us a print. We work on our part. If we have questions, we figure it out. And then usually in the beginning we have a lecture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty straightforward. And then Monday, Wednesday, I got some in-class stuff, just classroom work, not shop work. And that's till about noon. So it's nothing too crazy. I'm not but I would say on the days that I'm in for the full day, that's probably that's my biggest workload.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm majoring in education at CM. And it's really just a lot of classrooms.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a couple education classes. I want to be a high school math teacher,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm taking college algebra right now. And yeah, I mean, it's good. Nothing too heavy
Right.
for workload.
It's rigorous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'd say for me, it's pretty. I don't have much work at all.
Yeah.
I have one class that's a lecture, one that's more sort of discussion based. We ask a lot of questions in the class, so we derail it a little bit. One that's sort of a lecture, but questions. She makes it interactive. Then a few other ones that are just whatever. It's pretty easy. I don't have much homework this semester at all. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I spend a night in my room and then I'm done for the week, so it works quite well. I have a lot of free time. I mean, hence the podcast. So it's nice. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the moderator.
Yeah. So what does your free time look like?
What does my free time look like? A lot of hanging out. We have two common areas where we have a pool table. One of them has a pool table. The other one has a pool table and a ping pong table. I play a little bit of pool here and there. Hang out with people. We've gone to Applebee's a few times. Walmart. Normal trips like that.
Normal college trips.
Normal
Dude,
college,
what are you gonna do? You got a Walmart nearby. That's the
Right.
place to hang out. You're a bunch of college kids.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Thomas isn't much of a party school, so I don't really go anywhere. Often I'll just sit in my room, work on stuff. I mean, with this, I'm gonna have a lot of editing and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Working on the website. branding, like editing YouTube videos. So it works well. I love it, having the free time. I mean, I figured now that I have the free time, I have to take advantage of it. And so I think this was like the next like logical step towards that, which is good. Are you guys like pursuing like anything
outside of our schoolwork?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you know, this is probably the place to plug. I'm gonna like plug my channel. I am starting a channel. It's just gonna be my name, Hayden Christner.
Hayden Christner.
Probably gonna have like medium like length content, maybe long form stuff. Just like talking kind of like we are right now, just about ideas, just like in life, probably pretty abstract ideas.
Yep.
But just figuring, you know, just kind of like guys like figuring our way out through life kind of thing. But
Hell yeah.
so outside of school, that's probably like gonna be my main focus. I also do have a landscaping business right now, Christner Landworks. So that is also, I should have brought the shirt today, but yeah, so that's also like another thing outside, just to kind of keep some change in my pocket, so I can keep doing all this stuff. But those are my things I got going on.
So I don't have a ton going on right now. I've been picking up the piano again recently, which has been a lot of fun. I've started recording some music stuff, which is great. I mean, that's about it.
That's like, good though. No, music is like a big thing.
Yeah, music is great. Not very good at it, but you know, we're getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a lot of just hanging out.
Right. It's all right.
Yeah. I mean, usually every weekend we get together with the boys, the guys that are still around.
Exactly.
Get a game going or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tomorrow night poker.
Oh man,
yeah.
There you go.
I think that ties in really well to hobbies and how like important they are to like being consistent with yourself and like finding something to do to keep you like productive and occupied.
Yep.
I think it's really, really important. I know for a lot of my life, my hobby was video gaming.
Yep.
And that's
something that we share.
And probably same with you for a little bit.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, we got trapped at home during COVID, like in like our prime, like early high school years. Like, what more are we gonna do except you know play the game with the guys? It's like we had nothing else to do.
It was good. I know I definitely took advantage of it with live streaming.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Me and you did a lot of live streaming in our high school careers.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. For the new viewers on my channel that don't know about me, I spent probably 2-3 years? No, 4
more
years.
Than that, dude.
4 or 5 years live streaming on YouTube and Twitch.
Yep.
I put a lot of time into it. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was only up until like the end that I started growing. And so I had a nice fan base that was awesome. A lot of people. It was cool.
Yeah, I had a fair bit of fan base consistently for a while.
Yeah, especially Minecraft for you.
Yeah, and then I kind of fell out of it a little bit, and I lost most of it. But I've met so many great people online. I actually went and met somebody that I met online recently, which was a lot of fun.
You did?
Where, dude?
Dude, we went to Portland. He lives in like the DC area, but his family comes up to Maine a couple times a year, so we met up in Portland, and that was really cool.
I didn't know that.
That is so
What'd you guys do?
We just kind of walked around downtown Portland.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, great time.
That's like the stuff you hear about.
Yeah, really awkward. But I mean, it was so fun meeting him because we've been online friends for a couple years now. So.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice. What do you think was like the most beneficial hobby that you guys have had?
Beneficial hobby. For me, it was probably like getting into the gym.
Yep.
I think that so over COVID, I had obviously have a bunch of free time, and I started getting into like calisthenic stuff and like like push-ups and like everything like all that stuff, like hanging from like a tree branch, doing pull-ups, all that. And because I mean I didn't have like sports to go to or whatever, right? So I had to kind of figure out my own stuff because it kind of felt like something was missing in my life, because growing up I'd play sports all the way up, and it felt like something was missing. So I just kind of needed that.
That's cool.
That thing that kind of keeps me going. I kind of always just like had that. So definitely getting into working out, and then just like doing like active stuff, not even like necessarily like hitting the gym, like just like running around, like jumping, like doing some sort of like sport. I picked up golf too. I mean, like that was like the only sport we could kind of play during the time. I was like, shoot, well, like if it's the only sport I'm gonna play a sport, right? So yeah, that's kind of always been a big part of who I was, and now I mean it's like now it's just like a consistent thing. In college I played golf, but golf, I would say it's not one of like it's not it doesn't like fill like my need for like an aggressive sport.
Yeah.
Because I played like basketball and football and stuff
Right.
growing up, so it's like that high energy, like high intensity kind of sport.
Yeah.
I kind of needed something like that, so having that now that I'm in college, I'm able to like go work out and run and stuff,
For
and
sure, picking up the running, yeah.
and like and just do that stuff, and just to help stay in shape like physically, but like mentally as well. It helps like keep me like feeling good. So like throughout the day, I always just kind of need that.
I saw one of your runs. You ran from your town to my town.
Yeah.
That was like a 7-8 mile run.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was so I separated it. And a lot of people like to do like optimal workouts, like they have like science, all the science-based stuff, like science-based results. And you know what? This is not science-based. This is like I'm like today
like Hayden-based.
Today I'm like I told myself I'm going to do something difficult. So I went and I hit back, and then I like ran from the gym to your town all the way back to the gym, and then finished my workout and hit buys. And that was like my session right there. Yeah. So that was fun.
You ran straight down the road, right?
Yeah. Just hopped on 26 and then down Main Street and all that. But I just kind of did it just to like do something difficult, like because after, I mean, you're fried, but like you feel good.
Right.
You
like
feel
that's
good.
like the best, like a high accomplishment.
Yeah. If it feels good, just get something done hard. Not
sure.
not science based, not like optimal by any means, but like it's like something difficult. Challenges the mind more than anything. So you very much feel fulfilled after. But
definitely.
yeah, that's probably my
that's
like
awesome.
most important.
Yeah, like high energy, like activity. I love that. Isaac, what about you?
So for me, I don't know if you can call it a hobby, but anything like social. Like it's COVID happened and we were stuck in our homes, and by that point I was still like very introverted. I hung out with my close friends and that's it, you know. But I mean the last year, I mean it's crazy. I've definitely branched out. Like honestly, we weren't great friends.
Yeah,
until,
we weren't
year.
too close for like until.
Because I kind of just stuck to Parker and Joseph for like so long.
Exactly.
And then I finally started hanging out with you guys, and I'm like, this is great.
Exactly. We started hanging out fall, or was it like?
It was like this time, right? Last year.
No, it was a little earlier. It was probably like August, September area. Was when we started hanging out last year. So it's been a little over a year that like or at least I've known these guys. You guys have known each other for a while, but. So
that's crazy.
It's already been a year.
To think how far we've come.
Exactly. It's great. Like it's great. I would not ever go back on that. That was very fun.
Great people.
Yeah.
But I mean, anything social. I mean, even online. Like I've met so many people, and obviously like I went and met my friend, which was really cool.
Right. Yeah.
But just like meeting people and like having conversations is great.
Definitely, I think that ties in really well to Guatemala. We went out.
Yep.
We had to like learn like how to talk to people in a different language, which is crazy. It's like you're facing the fact that like less than them, so you already like feel awkward. And then you have to like try to like meet these people and like exchange like conversation with like prices and stuff. It was really cool.
Guatemala was a great experience.
Definitely, I highly recommend travel to like anyone that like needs to get out there. I think for me, my biggest hobby was getting into electronics. My dad in high school, or like right out of high school, he messed with electronics a lot, and so that worked him into a side business of installing audio and video systems in like cars and homes and stuff. And so he brought me up into that early. And then my parents were both very supportive of me playing video games. And then with that, I sort of naturally like gravitated towards posting that stuff. And, since I was already on a computer, my proficiency just went up. And for the past like 8 years now, I've just been such a computer guy. And I think it's going to tie in really well to my future career. It already ties in well. I mean, we're doing podcasting. I'm a social media ambassador, so like I have to be proficient in social media. I have to know like appropriate, like things that are appropriate to post, in my way around social media. So it works out really well for me. I think it comes with being social, like I have to present to an audience. I have to, when I'm posting for Thomas, I have to like interact with people, like ask them for like their permission to post stuff about them. It's really cool. I think it was really beneficial for me.
Yeah. I mean, and also that aspect, like, it kind of forces you to, like, put yourself out there.
Right, for sure.
So because, like, you're becoming, like, a lot more social.
Yeah. I've definitely grown a lot here at Thomas.
Yeah.
I've met so many people just from even like asking them to be in a video. And so it's like I'm like putting myself out there, and then they like open up because they want to be in the video or something. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yep. What do you guys think is the hobby that had like the least beneficial hobby for you?
Like that we're still practicing, or like maybe we had like a stint with it.
Yeah,
maybe,
just something that like didn't really help you, but you spent a lot of time on. Like a waste of time, maybe, I guess.
Like a waste of time.
Yeah. I guess hobby wouldn't be the right word then, but that's all right.
Yeah. I don't know if I can really think of one, honestly, because even if like I like didn't continue it, or like I stopped doing it because I wasn't like having fun necessarily, like I still learned something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I feel like for the most part, most like hobbies or activities that I've done, even if I didn't enjoy them or didn't continue them, like I grew as a person.
Right. They furthered you. Yep.
I will say that at one point I grew up my hair and bought a skateboard. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did not buy a skateboard. I took my friend's skateboard and I grew up my hair, and I did that for a little bit. And
I can't imagine that.
And did that benefit me? No. Okay. Because I like without. Dude, I put a lot of time in it. I'm like literally outside trying to freaking learn how to ollie and all this stuff, and do like tricks and like skate real fast. And eventually, my friend like moved, so I had to give them their skateboard back. Yep. And then that's where it ended. And then that's where it ended. Probably a week after I sold the skateboard, I went and got a haircut. Went back to my lane, stayed in my lane, and went back to reality. But that was probably my hobby that kind of.
That's great. I don't know if I've ever had a phase like that.
Dude, it was kind of a deal.
That's funny.
I wore like wife beaters. I mean, I still do wear wife beaters, but it was like skateboard wife beater.
Mm-hmm.
I got like
I had my
shorts,
my like junior year like clothing like odd like my fits.
What were you wearing?
My hair was long, and so it was like over my eyes.
Oh my!
It was
I
just
have
like
some interesting pictures.
Oh, me too.
I mean,
they pop up in my Snap stories.
It can't be as bad as me.
Oh,
like
you
early
like
high
your
school.
fits?
It was bad. Like,
what did you wear? I don't.
Just like gray, like literally,
Yeah.
just
Like
dark
like
gray,
gray.
like constantly in it.
Dude, gray is a good color.
No, but it was bad, and I had really long hair, and it was awful.
Like, were you looking like you have like rocky like gray like sweatsuit kind of going on thing, or
no, like a. I don't know, like sweatpants and like a dark gray like zip up like sweatshirt.
And that was.
And
like
then you gravitated towards like the colorful like cotton shorts.
Right. Then I got
like
very
the
colorful
shirts.
for like, my senior year, almost too colorful, but I mean
It's alright.
But I've kind of like gone back to like in between.
Mm-hmm.
So what are like our styles now? Like what are we rocking like usually?
I'm between like athletic and what would you call this like basic.
Yeah,
like the Converse.
Like maybe like stand up like real quick, and like let's see. So
So
okay, dude, I like that New Balance jacket. That's sick.
This is nice.
Wait, let me see the shoulder on that.
Shoulder.
That's sick. Yes, like the patch. That's sick.
Like a pink, and then like what are these joggers?
They're like jogger, like chinos, probably chinos.
Sort of. Yeah. And then the blazers. I've had these.
I mean,
blazers
it's like intentionally basic. I would
yeah,
say.
yeah. Yep.
But solid, like looks comfortable. Like that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I know you just got that sweatshirt yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man,
Nice
I still like the nice like new like crease in it. That's
Yeah.
fire, fresh off the shelf.
Yeah, I don't try with my outfits.
It's alright.
I respect
fine.
it. I respect it.
Because it's just not something that I like care about all that much.
Mm-hmm. If you can still like talk to people, like you
I'm not just like
No, like you're presentable. Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, I mean, I'll just throw on like a solid color T-shirt and some shorts almost every day.
Yeah,
almost every day, and it just gets you through.
Especially as it gets cold. That's insane. I couldn't do it.
Okay, well sometimes I throw on some sweatpants.
Yeah.
Dude, the shorts year round like that. That's pretty. It's pretty bold.
Yeah,
I respect it.
Hey, and you have a distinct style.
Well, dude, I have 3 really great pairs of jeans. I got 3 pairs of like Levi's 501s. Best jeans ever. Absolutely love them. I got like a few pairs of shoes. I'm wearing my boots. I don't know if they can see it. These are my favorite pair of boots.
Yeah.
Tecovas Cartwrights, 100% best pair of boots ever. And then that's pretty much it. This is probably one of the only T-shirts that I have that is not like a white T-shirt because I do go
white tees.
pull up to Walmart, pack of 10 shirts,
Yeah.
like $22.50. Like I'm paying like $2 a shirt.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't beat that. and then I just switch them out every like 3 months when they kind of get all ratty.
That's so doable.
No,
Like-
because almost every time I see you, it's just white t-shirt and jeans.
Exactly.
Like maybe like a jacket. Or
Oh,
something.
and then a jacket.
Yeah.
I will say I do love my jackets. I have a lot.
Yep.
I have a lot of
Yeah,
jackets.
They're nice jackets.
That's like the thing. That's like the thing I'll spend like money on is like my
Right.
my jackets.
yeah, the quality clothes. I
Yeah,
respect that.
I'll get some nice jackets, but dude, my jeans, my shirts, my boots. Don't need much more. Simple.
Yeah,
like we
That's
just
awesome.
yeah, good. I think we keep it pretty simple. We keep it pretty simple. We don't
Yeah.
got nothing extravagant. I think that's good. Just kind of like
For me, for shoes, I buy one pair of sneakers for the year, and
You
then I
and
buy
John.
another pair.
there you
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
dude.
like-
There you go. There's like
It's I don't know. I don't spending a lot of money on shoes on like multiple pairs. I just don't get it.
Mhm.
Like I get a black pair of sneakers every year, and it fits with every outfit.
exactly.
So it's like
Yep.
I don't know.
And you know what? I will say I did go through like the sneakerhead phase.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh my god, dude, the freaking money
it's
just starts
expensive.
disappearing. It is.
Yeah.
And
the
then
money
if
disappears.
they get dirty, it's like, well, it's done.
Exactly.
Like,
Well,
that's
I
just-
mean, that's like the part about it. You can't even like we have a hard time wearing them.
Yeah,
Because you
like-
just spent so much money on them.
Right.
Like I still have. When I was like freshman sophomore year, I bought maybe like 10 or 12 pairs of shoes.
wow.
Crazy.
And so in my closet, I have like a bunch of just shoes, and they're sitting there, and they're kind of untouched, like a little bit.
Do they still
and
fit?
Yeah, they still fit. I haven't grown since 6th grade, so yeah, they do still fit. But I mean, it's just like down the drain. And at this point, like I wore them enough that they're kind of like dirty. So
Right, you can't sell them back.
so
Right.
you know, like I pretty much just like those are like my gym shoes. Like I wear them to the gym.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's actually we were talking about hobbies earlier that like didn't serve us well. Probably that.
Yeah.
Probably buying sneakers. I made a little bit of money in the beginning, when I got some off like drops. So when they would drop shoes for retail.
And then you resold.
Yeah, and I resold.
Yeah.
That took some luck sometimes because like you're going against people who have like bots who are over there buying like the
Right.
shoes.
Right.
But a few times I got lucky and I got some good shoes and they came in, and then
Nice.
I'd go take a video of them, post them on my story, and
That's
then, and then
cool.
I'd sell them, and then I'd sell them, and then I'd turn around and sell them.
That's awesome.
But made a few bucks, but
Yep.
I mean didn't really
Yep.
turn into much.
It's funny. Isaac walked into my dorm room and he was like, "Parker, are these all your shoes?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my
He
god!
has
I've
like
got-
10 pairs of shoes at least.
What?
Yeah.
in there.
There's
Dude, I didn't even see
2,
that.
4, 6, 8, 9, 10 pairs.
Yeah.
Holy.
I have sneakers, Crocs, slides, and a pair of dress shoes. Like that is.
Dude,
my
that is so
That's
essential.
crazy.
That
I
is
had-
like actually like the most
just
essential
like
thing.
the essentials.
Dude, the dress shoes, so classic, and then like
Yep.
slides and Crocs, like you can really like chill out with the slides.
Yep.
And then like the Crocs, you have that option of like flipping back that little sports strap, putting the
Yeah.
spoiler up, and just turning on the jets.
Right.
And then like I might have some like winter boots somewhere.
Well, yeah,
From,
winter
like, a
boots.
couple years
we
ago.
do live in Maine, so
Yeah,
winter
exactly.
boots.
Like,
I mean,
I don't
you
have
kinda
boots,
need 'em.
period.
Really.
I need to get a pair. I want to get a pair of Blundstones, but the price is a lot for me at the moment.
Yeah, I mean boots are expensive.
We've talked about it, but like,
dude, I think you could fit into my Blundstones.
you'll
that I
have to like bring them over.
Oh my god.
Um,
Yeah, dude, great boot.
Yeah.
Great boot. I mean, I had them for a year.
Mhm.
Most comfortable boot
Yeah.
ever.
And they're really stylish.
I mean, they look good. I don't wear them anymore, but I had them for a year, and I beat the crap out of them. And they look like I've had them for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Like I
Wow.
ran those things into the ground, and I don't know how they're still around.
Really?
I don't.
They're
So
nice.
I'm all like shout out to Blundstone because they make a freaking great boot.
To go back a little bit, I think for me, I know I spent a lot of time, like even though my most beneficial hobby was video games, I spent a lot of time just gaming,
Yep.
just to waste time.
Yeah.
And like that was my life. I didn't do a single other thing other than gaming.
To be fair, we had COVID. Which is,
No, way before that.
I know. Well, I know because I was on the same boat with you. So like,
That was
Well,
when I made it for the better with streaming.
yeah.
But before that, it was tragic. I have this one memory where I had spent like 9 hours playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
was
my
sitting on the
God.
couch, and I had this massive headache because I'd been on my iPad all
Well,
day.
we would play like
this massive headache from looking at the screen.
And so my mom's like yelling at me because I've been on games for 9 hours, and I'm like, I have this screaming headache, and I can't do anything about it.
I
It's all my
have
fault.
a very similar memory. I was actually playing Mario Party 4 on the GameCube, just sitting in the living room, and I played like all day. Like I'm not even kidding. Like from like morning to like afternoon, and my parents are just like, come on, like get off. And and I'm sitting there with like a headache,
No.
and I don't feel good.
But it draw. Like you kept going. Like,
yeah,
you kept
I don't know. But I mean, going towards like when we started playing Minecraft on PC, like we played a lot, like an unbelievable amount.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's crazy how like we played a lot, and then Fortnite came out, and dude, how many hours do you have?
It's 3,000, right?
That's crazy. I have 2,000.
I think I'm at like 3,300 or something hours.
So
Okay.
we played a lot.
You hear like the phrase like it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill. Dude. like you were like you're almost halfway,
but
dude.
we didn't even get that good.
I was good.
We were good for like the time.
Yeah.
We were both decent for the time.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't say that either of us have dropped off. But the problem is the skills ceiling is just
higher.
Way higher.
I've definitely gotten worse because I haven't played.
I mean, I've probably gotten worse.
But like still,
I mean,
no, people have gotten good. So
yeah. And then Minecraft, we were both pretty good at one point.
We were,
like we played a lot. Like it's crazy.
Started that was so much fun.
You did a lot of montages.
Yep.
For your YouTube channel.
I had so much fun editing. Oh my god. The nostalgia of just. I recommend any young person. I recommend you guys get a hobby to start with.
Yep.
Like find something that you really like doing and just keep going at that.
And if it's something like, find something like make it productive. Like if you're really into playing video games, make it productive. Like stream, make videos.
Go competitive.
Yep.
Like it depends. I think like Owen. Like
That's fair.
He traded off school for video games, but
he's made a lot.
No, yeah, probably, but he like barely graduated.
Well, I know, but
Owen.
Brousseau.
Okay, yeah, I know he is.
But he's actually made a lot. Like he's told me numbers.
That's cool.
It's crazy.
I wonder.
But I mean, you have
do?
to be.
Does he stream?
No, he's just competitive. He's really good.
Competitive.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What games does he play?
Rocket League. I think he does. Siege. I think he does.
Okay.
Rainbow Six Siege.
How do you spell?
But no, he's made a lot. Like
really?
Genuinely, yeah.
That's
which
cool.
is crazy. But unless like you're that good,
right.
I don't think it's worth pursuing because it's such like a small pool of people that can make money from competitive.
Yep.
Yeah. And
because otherwise you're just mindlessly grinding at a game. Which is not productive unless you can get to the point where you're good enough.
Exactly. And you know what? I think that like comes into like streaming and like making videos. Like if you're grinding, trying to get after it, might as well like upload something. Right. Like if you could build an audience, like that in itself might grow something else. You know,
right.
Because I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that play games and they're not necessarily like the best player, but like they have a good audience, they have a good personality, and people are watching them even if they like suck at something, right? And they're still making money off it. So
exactly. I think of like there's two exactly like people were talking about. There's the crazy competitive players that got really good in tournaments and then turned to streaming to capitalize on
then they get a really good audience because they're that good.
Because they're good.
Yep.
And then there's also the players that maybe aren't the best, but they have a great personality, so they attract people as well.
Exactly, and people just want to go in there and watch them like snap keyboards and rage, just like screaming the mic.
Tyler won.
Tyler won. Yeah.
So I think like having a hobby that you're really good at, that you can keep pushing and keep growing, and that you need to put effort into to expand on, I think is really beneficial, especially being young. You need to start early.
Yeah.
And I think that was the most beneficial thing for me is, I started at like 10, 12, and for the past 8-9 years now, this has formed what my future is going to be.
Right.
And so I think it's really good that I've done that.
Yeah, I think there's like two key main like components to finding a good hobby. Like one of them, like it has to be a meaningful hobby. Like you have to enjoy what you're doing. Like it has to like bring something to your life.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is like being able to challenge yourself as you're doing it. Because if it's a hobby with like the same like level of like challenge every time you do it, eventually you'll get burnt out and get bored because
just,
you're
like,
just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
Because for me, piano, I'm not great at it, but I have fun doing it, and I get to like push myself to like higher and higher levels.
Yeah,
so it keeps me going.
I agree.
Totally,
and over COVID, I also picked up guitar too. So I'm in that same boat with like you're trying like this new thing, and the process, I think the important thing is like the process like is fun. Like the struggle is like what makes it enjoyable. And I mean, you're over there like you're screwing up, you know, you're trying to, you know, your fingers hurt, you get those little calluses, you get those calluses up there. And then finally when you play your first open chord and you hear every single string ring out perfectly, you're like, "Oh my god.
Yes.
Let's go." You're like, "Mom, get in here. Listen to this." Bring, and then there you go, and then it just kind of goes from there. Exactly.
Yeah, I tried picking up guitar for a little bit. Not the best.
Like, dude, you know what?
I was really gonna commit to it, and then I just didn't. I don't know why. Because that's when I was like really starting to try and get into like making music. Yeah. So I'm like, it'd be dope to at least like learn guitar at a basic level, so I can record and stuff for music. And then I kind of. So I did that. So for my senior celebration, which is a weird thing at our school, where we have to do like this senior project where we have to like make something. So I decided to make music. And so in that like time, like I have a guitar and I actually have a bass as well. So I'm like, it'd be dope if I learned these for my senior celebration. And then I just didn't. So once when I finished my senior celebration, it kind of like fell out of my mindset of like, I'm learning these things so I can use them for my project. Yeah. Now it's like, well, I mean, I could learn them for like fun now, but it's like, Right.
Yeah. So maybe this speaks that like having like some sort of like goal that's kind of like there. Exactly. Like it's kind of there, so it kind of keeps you like on track to like do something. Because right now with guitar, I mean, I've been playing, but I haven't been as like motivated to like learn different stuff. There's been times when I like text like Sam and some other people, and I'm like, hey, like let's like record something. Like I got like this idea, and I notice when I do that, I sit down and I'm able to like find new licks and find new things and new progressions, and I'm like, wow, this would be so good in a song. I practice it, and then I make a recording, send it. What do you guys think, right? In those times, like my creative juices for that is flowing because I have that like. I kind of have like that goal and that thing you're kind of going towards that keeps you motivated. But then when there's not that and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to pick up the guitar, I'm playing. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of bland. Like I'm not really like having like something to push like my...
That's my problem with the piano a lot is like I... Like when I just play it for fun, I just like go on like guitar tabs. And I find a song and I just like play the chords and I'm like... And maybe like singing along.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay. I get bored after a couple songs.
Exactly.
But I... Recently I've started like actually like taking one song and trying to focus on it and actually looking at the sheet music and actually like trying to play it like correctly, and it's I've been practicing.
Isaac, let's make a song, dude. Right here. You guys see the handshake above the table?
Right here.
Right here. Okay. We're gonna make a song. There you go. That'll both keep us motivated to stay on that.
There
you go. Awesome. We'll do that.
It's the same for me. You know, huge shout out to Chris Williamson and Andrew Huberman, like my two like podcast inspirations. It's amazing, especially Chris Williamson. His quality is through the roof. He records in these insane like studios with these crazy lights, and he has like 5 different cameras, and it's so motivating. You know, that's the whole reason we're here today, is because you know I listen to his podcasts and I hear how great his message is, and then you know I get to watch the videos and see how good it looks, and so being like hearing like his story of how he worked up into this, you know, 5 years of like podcasting. I think he posts 3 podcasts a week.
Wow.
That's like, a lot.
For 3 years. He's up to like 900 episodes or something, 600, 900.
You must have a crazy team.
Yeah. No, I respect the grind. And knowing that I could be there is awesome. Yeah. You know, like my first podcast was like 40 or 50 views. Second one was like 40 or 50. Third one with me and Hayden hit 100 yesterday. And this one is going to go higher. I know it's going to go higher.
Yes, and
absolutely. So just knowing that is so cool. And like I'm really excited like for the future.
Yep.
Yeah. So Hayden, are you a big podcast listener?
I am. I am I actually prefer long form content over like short like little like snippet stuff. I just like getting like the whole story. I mean there's a lot of stuff I'm into. I mean I love listening to like philosophy stuff. I love there's like even like self-improvement stuff and like different like just ideas about how to live life, and there's so much out there, and that's like the great thing. And if I'm in the car, I mean, I'm driving, I'm like, I might as well throw on a podcast, right? And I mean, how many hours of listening I went through, I don't know. Like it's a lot. But think about it, like the value that I've gotten. Like I could have just like I could either know like my favorite songs a little better, or I could like know all
Like,
this
have,
stuff
crazy
that I have.
knowledge.
Yeah, and you know I don't retain a lot of it. I mean, it's one of those things like you're kind of like doing something else, so you're not necessarily retaining it. But there's stuff that sticks, and there's 100% stuff that I've learned listening to it, and it's yes.
That's
so
great.
I would answer your question. I do love long form content.
So I'm not a big podcast person,
Really?
I listened to the last one. It was great. I actually did it while boxing, which was fun.
That's fire. Exactly.
Like
I'm happy that me and Parker's voice like motivated you
Yeah.
to like start
Yeah.
hitting the back.
He was so angry.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, these guys are
I
going.
hate these voices. Just, yeah, but no, I'm not a big podcast listener. I do love long form content though. Like any like documentary type style videos, I love them so much.
Oh, okay. So we'll say like a pod. When you say podcast, like people kind of like interviewing each other.
Yeah.
Like okay. So yeah, I would say I like long form like just sitting down and like talking and like hearing like an idea. Like if it's something where two people are just kind of like talking and there's not really necessarily like a theme per se. That's probably when I'd get a little bored.
Yeah.
But if there's like a good theme and someone's on there that's like, and kind of like unlike the Joe Rogan Experience, like huge podcast, right? Yeah. And Joe's like interviewing guys that are like very like masters in their respective fields, and he's picking their brain, asking them questions. I think that's good because they're like he's learning stuff, so the people listening are like also learning at the same time, and I think that's probably like how I like my content to be structured when I listen to it.
I think for me, that's actually, you raise a really good point there of I need to work on questions. You know, like I'm going to be honest with like the podcast here. I didn't come prepared with anything. Yeah. We're like on the whim on this. I think that's my next step is becoming a good host by crafting great questions that really, really challenge the guests of the podcast to pick their brain and figure out, like, you know, really think about what's going on. And then, you know, it challenges the viewers to think about that too. Like if they were in the situation, what would they think? And for me, I've noticed, since I have social media for being a Thomas social media ambassador, I've noticed my attention span is so low. Like
really,
I scroll through YouTube for like a while. I find like I don't even click on long videos. I'll click on short videos only, like less than 10 minutes, and in like a minute or two, I'm done. Like, I'm like, I can't.
Crazy.
Exactly. You know what? I've also noticed sometimes I do that. Like I just like, I might think that a video is like what it's like it is what it like kind of says it is, and then I watch it and I'm kind of like this. I'm not really like getting what I wanted out of it.
Right.
But so I don't see it through.
Yeah.
You know. So I watch it and I'm just like, well, I thought this video was gonna say this, but it's not saying it like right now. So I'm just gonna go find something else. But that's kind of what I like about like podcasts and like long form. Like in the beginning, a lot of people, they like structure it out and say what we're gonna be talking about, so I kind of know like how like the progression's gonna go. So then I can sit down and I can listen to it, and then I can be like, okay, later on they said they were gonna talk about this. I can see how they're saying this right now, and then you can kind of like start to like draw a little ahead and say, okay, how is this gonna connect to like the idea I really wanted to know about and stuff. So I think that structure is good, because sometimes when there's just like one thing that you're searching for and you start the video and it kind of sounds like it's gonna be like not
right,
then you just kind of already trying to put it away. You're always like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, definitely. I want to jump back a little bit. You guys, or one of you brought up having like an overarching goal. I think that's really important. For me, my overarching goal is to be able to code from home while I travel, and so it derived from coding as like a base, like using computers. I want to post, so that's like derived in like me, you know, being a social media ambassador here and being a streamer, and then I want to travel, and I think that really comes from wanting to explore. You know, me and Isaac went to Guatemala together. I went to Vegas with my family, Florida with my family, and I just love it. You know, it's so cool having new experiences. And so I think just really having a goal that's like so far out there that you're always pushing yourself, always doing things that are involved in that goal.
Definitely. Do you think part of the reason you chose coding and that type of thing is because that allows you to like work at home or like work away, so you can travel like while working?
Definitely. It's a high paying field, which is honestly one of the biggest reasons. I think that's a big motivator. Also, it was like the first logical step. You know, my dad, like I mentioned, my dad does a lot of like hands-on technology stuff, and I think for me, I was always like the internal guy, where he was like the physical, and so I was much more internal. So I would have followed in his footsteps, but being the internal guy, this was like the choice for me.
Yeah.
And so coding gives me that high paying opportunity while still being involved with technology.
Definitely. What's your like dream like job?
Dream job? I haven't really thought about this, honestly. Right. I don't know what's out there. I haven't dove enough into what's available for coding options. Yeah. I like the art side of it.
Okay.
So ideally, like designing like interfaces and stuff would be cool.
Like app design or website, is it like that type of thing, or like?
I don't know yet. I think it's cool, both being able to see how they both turn out. Yeah. I like the idea of app design. You know, me and you, we took game design together.
Yep.
And so that was really fun, being able to code this program, and then you boot up the program and you see how all your code fits in and how like the buttons work. It was really
satisfying.
Cool. Yeah. Yep.
Seeing like all the things you've written and like all the work that you've done, and then seeing it like like once when you like hit play and all this stuff pops up, and it's like that's crazy, like crazy satisfying.
Yeah.
Because I think we took web development freshman year together, which was really cool.
Yeah, and it kind of like it was pretty difficult, like learning it's like learning like a whole new language.
It's a lot of memorization.
Yeah.
Like knowing like what code does what.
Exactly. Yeah. So kind of like what you guys are saying with like the app design. Right now, I'm learning code for CNC machines.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing. Like you go and you open your app and you hit play. Like I plug my code into the machine and I hit my big old green button. And I get to see what the tool does to the part that I have in the machine. So now, like, did I write my code correctly to like make this part correctly?
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like, you know, you check your part, you check all the measurements, make sure it's within tolerance. You're like, wow, that sheet of numbers that I wrote up is just made this part. And you know what? I kind of like that right now might be my favorite part of what I'm doing. Like I was going to go in for business, and over the summer I took a business class, and for some reason I hated it. For some reason it was like I dreaded it so much. And then I was doing hands-on stuff all summer. I was doing landscape and I was building stuff, like working, and I liked it. And I was like, yeah, this is fun. So maybe I want to try something more hands-on. And then I get into this trade and I'm working with manual stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Figure out like the most efficient ways to do it. And then you just kind of make your code look good. Yeah. You just kind of make it look pretty. It's not a big old mess. Yeah, no. I 100% see where you're coming from with that, and I can like agree with that.
Is that like a career avenue?
Yes, that is. You can write code for machines. An engineer comes in and they give you like the print for your part, and then you look at like how the part's supposed to be made, the dimensions of it, and you basically have to tell the machine where to move the tool, what tools to use, how far to go in, and all that on your piece of metal to make it. But if I'm still like right now, I'm liking what I'm doing. I might see it through at the end, because I mean it's a 2-year certificate. Having that in the back pocket's always just like solid, and it's just, and like learning stuff's fun. That's like a whole like avenue. But I think that like the act of learning is like fun.
So important.
Like that's important when you're not doing anything, and it's just kind of rough. But if I were to do it, I'd want to go all the way with it and probably get like an engineering degree, so that I could then I could go from the design of the part process to the code to put it in the machine setup, and like come with the finished part. So it's like from like the design all the way through the finished product.
Like designing the actual part, not just like getting like the dimensions of the part.
Exactly. Not just like a part of it. Like if I find that I really want to like do it, I'm gonna go all the way, and I'm gonna learn it from A to Z. So,
which I think really makes you well-rounded. You want to be a guy that can do every part of it. Yeah. And I think that's so important, is knowing every aspect of it. Like if you want to be a streamer, you should, before you hire somebody, I feel like you should have a knowledge of how to make your own thumbnails and how to like code, not code, but like name your videos and streams so that it's targeted to like the audience that you want. I think it's important to get that experience first, so that you start authentic at least, and then once you get going, you can branch out a little bit, and you can start letting other people do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think I shared my ideal like life goal. What do you guys think you're looking at?
That's a big one. Ideal life goal. So I would say for me, my ideal life goal is to me, health is like probably my most important thing. So ideally, I would like to have a situation where I'm living in a place where I can grow my own food and like basically see where my food comes from. Like watch my food grow, whether that's like an animal or whether that's like plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then be able to like consume it. And I think that to me might be one of my most important things, because I 100% think that promotes better health than nowadays, everything coming in like a package and a lot of stuff like that. So, and then in terms of like kind of like a career
Mm-hmm.
and like a purpose and like making a living, that I'm kind of still searching.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping my mind open, because I know when like I figure out what it is, it's gonna hit me. Like it's like you'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know the
You'll feel
feeling,
it.
but like I'll know when that feeling
Right.
comes.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of keeping my options open right now and just trying to figure out what speaks to me. So
Definitely, yeah.
Yep.
Isaac, what about you?
Yeah, so I have mine like pretty clear cut at this point. I mean, it could change, obviously, but I mean, I want to be a math teacher, high school math teacher.
Yep.
And part of that like motivation is a lot of people don't like math,
Mm-hmm.
and part of the reason is math teachers usually suck. Like let's be honest.
Yeah.
Most math
Yeah.
teachers you've had haven't been great.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a really good math teacher.
Yeah, we
for
did.
Calculus.
can we like shout him out right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Michael Hayashida. We had AP Calculus with him in junior year.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's just an amazing guy. He makes music. He used to be an engineer.
Yep.
And then he was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And so he got out of his
Very
six-figure job.
Yeah.
Like,
very high-paying job.
And decided to be a teacher, which is like part of my inspiration. Like
And-
he's a great guy, and I want to be like a similar math teacher, like making sure like the kids are like enjoying. Like,
Right.
learning.
You know what? That was a hard class. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like that was a hard class, and I got through it. I finished. I don't know what did you guys finish with. I finished like a 3.6 or something.
I got a 3.9.
I think I squeaked like a 4 just because this trending system.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
exactly right. Like I was never like very good at math either, but dude, this guy just got us through it.
Yeah.
Like got us through.
Mhm.
Like, oh my god.
I would not have survived with anybody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then him along with our Spanish teacher as well. Great inspirations for me.
Gordon Crosby,
Yeah, Gordon
you're
Crosby.
there. You'll be watching this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll get it to you.
Yeah.
We will. Great guy.
Yep.
Huge inspiration. He actually helped me like kind of figure out what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had conversations like with him for a while, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then like he's like, I think, like he told me like, I think you'll figure out what you're gonna do after the Guatemala trip. Like I think that'll like spark something in you. And it did. Like we went to Guatemala.
He knew.
That
He
was
knew.
it.
He did know.
Wow.
Because we went to Guatemala and we're like we went to schools,
Mm-hmm.
full of like children who, like live in like these awful areas, and they go to the school and it's like, and they're also happy, and it's like that's like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's I want to be a part of that.
Yep.
And then another reason is like summer's off. Like
Yep.
that's so important to me because I do love traveling. And I also do like a summer camp in the
Mhm.
summer for a couple of weeks, which is like one of the most important things to me.
Yep.
Like that
Yep.
summer camp is like I will be there every summer for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
Like genuinely.
Yeah.
I will be like the old person.
Yeah.
Like on like the campground, just like
Mhm.
bumming around.
Dude, I respect that.
Living the
That's
land.
good. Like,
Yeah.
No, like that like is such an important thing that like that's like part of my priority of like choosing being a teacher.
Yep.
Um,
Wow.
yeah.
That's good. It really ties into keeping good values.
Yeah.
You know, you stuck with that for the past. You've been there most of your life, right? The camp.
Yeah.
And-
Since I was born.
Yeah, and so that having things that like are constant throughout your life is really important. You know, a lot of people don't have them, whether it be their circumstances that they were born into, or just things they choose not to keep around. But I think having friends that are going to push you and motivate you, and just things that are constant that will be there with you as you're growing are really important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing that I think we should touch on is like the difference between like our college and here.
Yep.
Like we have no like community at our well, like we have some, but like it's funny, like it's called like a community college, and it's just like so like nobody's on campus. There's no like places to hang out, and then we come here and we meet so many like great people walking around campus.
And you know what? I'm gonna say that I 100% see like, you know what, they have like CM like trying to like do that. Like they have a lot of I'm always getting emails, right? And they're having stuff like going on. So I don't even think it's like the fault of like the college, like the people like administering the college necessarily. I just think it's like the situation that like they're in, like they're like it's a community college, and the programs they offer and the way it's structured and like the infrastructure they have, it's like geared toward, you know, people like you know, like people from kind of all walks of life, regardless of age, coming in and doing school, which is good. Like that's like right. And but I just think that's what like that's like the environment that school has.
I mean,
and
it's like not as much money, right? So we can't have these like big like like just like common areas where you can like sit around and like hang out. But I mean, there's definitely a community aspect. Like they genuinely like advertise like a lot of like community events. But it's like,
it's just hard with like their like demographic. Like it's 100. It's a lot different from here. Like like is like are most of the kids in your classes like your age?
Yeah. There's like a few like older adults, but in general everybody's 18, 19, 20.
Exactly.
Which is amazing for me.
And I'm guessing most people live on campuses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most people.
Yeah, it's like 70-30, I think. But the 70 are very like integrated with each other. You know, I know a ton of people on campus from all different grades, all different ages, and so it's really awesome, the community that comes together to do a bunch of different things. You know, I'm in a few different clubs, and it's a lot of different people, but a lot of the same people. So it's nice having like a good friend group as general throughout the school, but also I get to talk to a lot of different people. So yeah. I think living on campus though is part of that community. Maybe you guys miss out on that. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Like if it would be different if you lived in the dorms.
You know, I think it would, but like we know that area. Like we grew up like making trips to Auburn like multiple times a week. Like you know, I think there's something to be said. Like you go to a new place and you kind of set like your home base as college. And then you branch out from there. Right. Like if we stayed at CM, our home base is still like our house. Right. Because we live nearby.
You'd always be home.
And you're also forced to meet new people and branch out because we're like comfortable where we are. Like we don't have to branch out because like we know like what's around and like we're comfortable in that environment. So like we don't have that like.
And so here everybody starts in the same spot.
Yeah.
Like ground zero.
And like
and you have to build.
Everyone's kind of in the same boat here. Like like they're kind of like, well, we've never really been here. Like, we don't know what's around here. And you're like, me neither. And then you guys are just like, let's figure it out. Let's go drive around. Let's go, oh, there's Walmart. Let's go freaking screw around in the sports section. Like, there's that whole like discovery process, and that everyone's kind of starting in. I think that's for sure. That helps like everyone like, you know, meet and build friendships and stuff like that.
Definitely. If you guys are considering Thomas College, I recommend doing the early start program. I believe it's only for freshmen, but you come in with. There's one of like this year was 3 classes, and so you go in as a student. You move in a week early, and you take a class. You get credits for it, and you get to meet the people in your class. And I think that was so beneficial because before everybody moves in, there's a class of 24, and you get to know them so well. Like I'm friends with a lot of those kids now, and so it works. It was really helpful for me being able to have those relationships that I made early on, and then. It established like a baseline for me, those friends I've stuck with now, and we got to go out every night. We went to our Applebee's and our Walmart. We had our trips, and it was just really fun. So if you guys are considering Thomas and you decide to go here, I would recommend the early start program. For you guys, what are your plans after CM?
Well, that's gonna over this next like year and a half, I think I'll finish out this program most likely. and then after that, I wanna like move out and get my own place. And with this certificate and the skills that I'll gain, I mean, I'll be able to have my own place comfortably. I won't have to, I won't have to worry about anything. But I'm still in like in that discovery process. So, for like survival purposes and like surviving out in the real world, like having the certificate so that I'm not like starting on like ground zero and like place making money. Like I'm gonna be making solid money, so that's like perfect, and that'll like help me live comfortably. But I will still be in that discovery process. For
do you see yourself going to a 4-year school after?
Again, it depends. If I really find that I really like this and it's something I want to pursue, then 100%. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all the way. That's just kind of like how that's just kind of how I'd like to do it. So.
Yep. So what about you?
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to a 4-year college. I have to become a certified teacher. And that's, you know what? I was pretty hard set on Orono. But being here, I mean, it's great. I love Thomas. I've been here before, right? We had the Thomas Cup.
Thomas Cup.
Crazy.
Shout out.
Oh my God.
We won.
I'm sitting at like the company of two like Thomas like legends right now.
And I don't even know if that'll like apply if I come back.
We'll make it work.
I'll figure it out.
We'll get Mike Duguay to throw it in there for you.
But yeah, I mean this place is great, and it's definitely like a closer community than Orono would be, because it's such a big campus, and it's so I don't know. I mean I have a couple friends at Orono, so I mean either way I have friends at both. So
yeah.
But I mean I'll figure it out when I get there.
For sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Hayden, Isaac, it's been fun. We've talked about our hobbies, why it's important to have hobbies, our life situations here at my situation here at Thomas, you guys' situation at TM. Have you guys had a good time?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
This is awesome. I love.
It's great.
Healthy habitat, baby.
I appreciate you guys coming on. Shout out. I'm gonna leave Isaac to shout out his own stuff. I'll leave you guys to do your thing.
Yeah. My name's Isaac. That's about all you need to know. I have a YouTube channel, but nothing special.
I'm Hayden. Hayden Christner on YouTube. New video soon. Christner Landworks for any of your landscaping or just handyman work needs.
That's awesome. My name is Parker D'Amelia. This has been Healthy Habitat. You can check me out just about everywhere. Just Parker.D'Amelia. Healthy Habitat on Spotify. That's going to be all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been fun. See ya.